didn't always feel this calm in here. Every time I came in here, it felt overwhelming. There was no real organisation. There was barely any space for the seedlings that I wanted to grow. I had to keep leaving to get water, and I couldn't pot anything up without getting soil everywhere. So I've been avoiding it a bit. I wanted this to feel like somewhere I could actually enjoy spending time, somewhere everything's ready for planting, easy to get to and not chaotic. So what I need is a proper potting table. I couldn't find anything that fit the space, so I realised I was going to have to build it myself. It's been raining non-stop here, so as soon as there was a break in the rain, I got all of my cuts done. I'm using treated wood, but to make it last even longer, I'm painting it in this garden fence paint. I chose this minty green colour called Fresh Rosemary because I think it would just make it look really nice. We were lucky enough to get 2 sunny days in a row, so I was able to get 2 coats of paint on all of the wood before I began to assemble it. Then I totally cleared the greenhouse, as most of the bench needed to be assembled in here. First I got the leg frames assembled, and then I brought in the top pieces, which I didn't even check if I'd cut to the right size before I painted them. But it did all fit, which was a nice surprise. I tried to make the bench look as nice as possible by making sure all of the visible screws were lined up, and I drilled pilot holes so that the wood wouldn't split. I'm using the placement of the legs to support this trough, which I want to use to store the soil. And then this front panel just makes it all look a lot tidier. Before I cut this lid out, I attached 2 battens to the underneath to hold everything in place, but I probably could have done this part better as it was hard to get the saw in to cut the top off. Then I used some more battens to provide the support for the trough. And then attach 2 handles so it could easily be removed and replaced. I was finished, but I realised I might need some more room for seedlings, so I changed the design slightly to add a shelf above. And while I was doing this, I thought it would be nice to add another slim shelf directly on the bench too. There were a few steps that I had to think of how to do it on the spot, like these side pieces, as I wasn't able to get the drill in between the bench and the greenhouse walls to screw it in. I used the little rim that was on the greenhouse for the shelf placement, and then just used some extra wood for support and attached them with corner brackets. And then all I had left was to give everything another couple of coats of paint. And here's the finished table. It's not perfect, but it already feels completely different in here. And now I don't have any more excuses not to start growing properly this year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!